Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Shingeki no Kyojin episode 6 review. So, of course, before I get started, look down in the description below for the link to this week's episode of Shingeki no Kyojin. And, of course, a little bit of a disclaimer. No Japanese company, corporation, or network has any claim to this video. The thumbnail is an original photo which belongs to no Japanese company, corporation, or network. The visuals are me. They do not own me. And the audio, of course, is me speaking. It is me speaking over a soundtrack or a homemade soundtrack. They do not own my voice. This video follows the rules and regulations and guidelines set and provided by Google/YouTube. Now, and one more thing before I get started, right? Do me a favor, and do me a big favor. No spoilers. Seriously, alright? Now, I am caught up with the manga. I've read the manga, as have several other thousands of people, obviously. Now, the thing about it is that there are people right now who are watching this series who have not read the manga. So, don't spoil them. It's that simple. I don't want to see in the comment section, oh my god, this happens, and that happened, and yay, no, yay. Do not spoil the people who have not read the manga. Some people have been waiting for this particular series to be animated so they can actually make a judgment on whether or not they should actually buy the volumes. I've gotten a few PMs about that earlier. So do not spoil. Seriously, it's an extremely prickish move, and it's unfair because you are literally taking the sense of euphoria away from the people who are trying to enjoy the series. Don't do that. I don't like it. Thousands of people don't fucking like it. So guess what? Don't fucking do it. It's that simple. In the comment section down below, do not spoil anybody. Seriously. Otherwise, at some point, if this continues, I may have to shut down the comment section completely because it's getting ridiculous. I've only done 2 reviews so far of Shingeki no Kyojin, and people won't stop with the fucking spoilers. All right, if it does get to a certain point, I will shut down the comment section because it's ridiculous. People want to enjoy the series, they want to embrace the series, and if I'm not spoiling people, then you shouldn't do it either. It's that simple. Seriously. All right, now moving on. All right, and if you do see a spoiler, then thumb it down. Just thumb it down to the point where it can't be shown. And then if it is thumbed down, at some point I'll go through the comment section and I will delete the message personally. I will delete the comments personally because it's ridiculous. It truly is. All right, now moving on. This week's episode of Shingeki no Kyojin. Yeah, that's called 2 thumbs up. Well, first of all, the animation on point as usual. Now we all know that the manga is more grotesque than the anime. That's the way things normally plan out to be. And there's one scene where we see Hana and Franz. All right, now of course they're 2 of the trainees and these 2 are like madly in love with each other. And Franz is dead. And the way he died was that he was bitten in half. Literally, his bottom half is literally gone. Bite down, he's dead. And she is performing she's trying to perform CPR, but it's not working. All right, it's not working. All right, she's trying to resuscitate him. It's obviously not working because he's dead. It's end of story. And they blacked out. They blacked out that one scene, like where we see Armin, we see Franz, and we see Hana. Like they're moving towards the left, and then we see like the blackened portion of his missing body. So the animation overall, it's good as usual. But, of course, the blacked out portions of basically, censorship sucks. It sucks balls. It sucks ass. I want to see blood and gore, alright? I'm a fucked up dude. Let me see the organs falling off the body. Let me see the brain matter here, or the missing finger here and there. I want to see that shit. So, when the manga, it's like, yeah, like, we're going to show you all that shit. But in the anime, black, fuck. It's the same issue I have with JoJo Bizarre Adventure, the anime. The manga, oh, blood, brain, all this shit. Anime, black. No, so I'm not a fan of that, but whatever. Overall, it still doesn't diminish the anime. It still doesn't diminish the animation, in my personal opinion. Now, the next thing, pacing. Pacing is good, especially when it came to the flashback of Mikasa's flashback. It was good pacing, and I mean good pacing and the story. Now, the next thing, when it came to character development, we get Mikasa's flashback, and I mean, I'm not gonna go play by play. Basically, it's very important because of the fact that we see as to what happened, as to why she's a part of the Jaeger family, even though she's Ackerman. And we see, so that's number one. Number two, we now understand that we now know that she's an Oriental, all right? She's Asian, okay? And apparently, according to these smugglers, and I'm gonna call them smugglers, and the reason why is because of the fact that these guys, they smuggle in individuals for a price in the inner walls. Like, the way I see it is that the walls are divided in the similar fashion of North America, where Mexico is like, when I'm not saying that it's like the same thing as in like, you know, system and government. No, I'm saying that this is the way it is structurally set up when it comes to borders, like in a similar fashion, where like Wall Maria is like Mexico, then like Wall Rose is like the United States of America, and then Wall Elaine will be Canada. It's like the border system, and at least that's the way it's very reminiscent of. And these guys are trying to smuggle, I'm assuming she's in Wall Maria, the Ackerman Mikasa, to the inner wall so they can get a high price, because she's according to these guys, she is the last Oriental, she's the last Asian. And I mean, is that true? I kind of doubt it. I really do. But I mean, I'll take it at face value. So she's the last quote-unquote Oriental, and well, she's half, because her father isn't from the Orient, but her mother was. Her mother actually would have fetched a better price, but the guy, he freaked out because, you know, her mom was like, no, like, we have any of that shit. After the father was stabbed, she went in there with the scissors, tried to take this guy with a big-ass axe. She failed, but, I mean, I'll give her props for that. She went out like a champ. She did. But the thing about it is that, so that's number two. So number one, it's the whole entire thing about why she is in the Jaeger family. Number two, it's that we get to know that she is Asian. Number three, and surprisingly, like, she's actually very, you know, she's very well versed in combat, and she's an Asian. All right, I'm just saying. All right, at some point you may see a high kick or two, or maybe even a drop kick. I'm just saying. All right, I'm just saying. Now number three, we see, and this is something that occurred throughout the entire episode. The psychological, let me call it psychological strain. Yeah, it's the psychological strain, the mental strain that these people have to go through on a near daily basis. And it's not appalling. It's not monumental. More so, it's just, I'm trying to find the word to explain it, but it's heavy. You feel me? Like, it's very heavy. It's very heavy, the mental strain. Because again, it comes from not only the Titans, but also the humans as well. And so what happens is that we see Mikasa, with the help of Eren, overcome this mental strain, this mental burden that was placed on her the moment she saw her family die from her. When he gives her the speech about how you need to fight in this world, all right. And this is something that was stated by Armin. This is something that Mikasa saw in like her inner flashback when she was with her mother and her father, when the father had the duck in the hand, when she saw the praying mantis eating the butterfly, where it's the strong survive and the weak die. Like, this world is the definition of Darwinism. The strong survive, the weak die. And if you do not want, and if you have the opportunity to fight, then do so with all of your ability. And that's why he was like, fight. You're here, you have the knife in your hand. If you want to survive, if you want to live to see the next day, fight. And continue to fight. for your own survival. And that's when all of a sudden, when she comes to that realization, again, very well animated, where we see her, and like it's kind of like in like a near silhouette in a near silhouette fashion, where we see her, she's holding the knife in her hand, and then like we get a picture of her brain's like sparking and shit. She's like, and like all the burdens that she had on her, all that mental strain was like released, it was removed, and then she came in there, and then she literally stabbed this dude from the back through this dude's heart. It was like, what? Like, it was like the ultimate backstab. Like, and this guy just died. So, right there. That was good. So when it comes to character development, when it comes to Mikasa, and there's a bit for Eren too there, because it shows you because we're not character development, but more so character interaction and character relationship between those two, and how that was forged in that one instant. Yeah, and you know why this guy Eren is so important to her, because without her, the mental strain would have probably never actually disappeared. Without him, without him, the mental burden would have probably never, you know, dissipated. So, very important, all right? Now, the first part of the episode, I mean, listen, man, I mean, obviously, a lot of people, including myself, are not fans of Armin, but, I mean, again, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. He's physically pathetic. He is weak, and psychologically, that was well, psychologically, he's actually pretty weak too. All right, he's smart. He's smart dude. He really is smart. Intellectually, he's very well versed. But psychologically, I can understand the fact that like his friend died right in front of him, and his entire squad died right in front of him. But you know, it still doesn't really make me like him anymore. So fuck it. But you know, that being said, basically, it was clear cut. They meet up with the Coney's group, and I mean Coney's whatever, right? Basically, Coney, the other girl, I forgot her name. Like basically, like that group has to go to the front. They have to go assist the vanguard, while he's gonna go to the rear guard. And that means that at some point he's gonna go, because Mikasa right now, she's on her way to the vanguard to go help out Eren, but she's gonna wind up running into Armin, because Armin's on the way to the rear guard, so they didn't want them meeting up. And then when she hears the news, well, we'll see how she takes it, because at the end of the episode, she says, as long as you're there, I can do anything. But he just got eaten. So yeah. She may have the same reaction as Hana, because Hana loved Franz, and then even though Franz is dead, she kept on trying, and that was a very powerful scene. Like, that was very powerful. Like, that was some very powerful shit. When the dude's dead, and she's still trying to resuscitate this motherfucker. I'm like, yo, he's dead. And Armin's crying, of course, as usual. He's crying as usual, like, you know, stop it. Like, yo, stop. But again, a very powerful scene right there. But Mikasa may have the same reaction, because the way Franz was to Hana is more so the way Eren is to Mikasa. So, but we'll see how that plays out. We'll see. All right. And again, no spoilers. No fucking spoilers. All right. So, but I'm done. Kill any. Oh yeah, and no, wait, one last thing. Holy shit. Whoa. Stop. One last thing. When this motherfucker at the front of the wall of like where the wall was to the wall rose section, because like right now they're in Trost, and Trost is actually one of the outer walls of Wall Rose, one of the towns of the outer wall of Wall Rose. When this dude was trying to get all of his supplies through, and then we see a deviant class Titan come in there. It was like there was some random dude walking down the street. He was clearly disoriented. He was not in the right frame of mind. And this deviant clap comes running down like, and this guy just got wastelanded. It was like, fuck you, man. Oh my God. But again, the whole concept of how, and I'll say it every goddamn review, the enemies are from both sides. Right? They're pulling like the Nazi German right now. in the sense that the enemies are come from both sides. Not only are the Titans enemies, but also humans themselves are enemies of each other. And it's like, fuck. And so like this guy, when Mikasa was explaining to him how, listen, man, my friends are dying right now, and we need to get the non-combatants out of here so they can survive and live, because they were almost eaten by a deviant class Titan. And this guy, he was hauling ass. He was like, yeah, food. And this guy's like, yo, I'm apparently, like, he was some like town like trade master. Fuck him, I don't care, whatever, right? But this guy was like, listen, man, they're the sheep, all right? Like, literally, I'm more important. So help me push this shit through. She's like, yo. And like she said something, you know, how like the lives of the soldiers, no, he said something along the lines of like the lives of the soldiers that died, the lives of these people that died are there because of the fact that we can survive. And so Mikasa did like a role reverse and said, okay, fine, so that means that you can die, so these guys can survive. These people surrounding this, you know, the people around can survive if you die. So, and she was gonna kill his ass. Mikasa, she would have killed him on the spot. So, but he wised up real quick, and said, yeah, all right, fine, we cool. Move the fucking cargo, move it, all right. So, but that was good. So, again, overall episode rating, I'll give it a good. Yeah, it was good. Not as, in my personal opinion, not as good as the last one or like the ones before it, but it was still good nonetheless. So I'm done. Kill ending. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.